What if I told you that helping others isn't always the noble act it's made out to be? Shocking, right? But here's the truth. Not everyone deserves your help. In fact, some people will take your kindness, drain your energy, and leave you feeling exhausted and resentful. And the worst part, they'll keep coming back for more. Helping the wrong people isn't just unproductive, it's dangerous. It prevents them from growing, and it leaves you stuck in a cycle of frustration. So, who are these people? And how can you protect yourself while still being compassionate? In this video, we're going to uncover the 7 types of toxic people you absolutely must stop helping. These aren't just difficult individuals. They're people who actively block their own growth and drag you down with them. From the chronically lazy to the master manipulators, we'll explore why helping them does more harm than good. But don't worry, this isn't about being cold. It's about setting boundaries, protecting your energy, and learning the true meaning of compassion. By the end, you'll have the tools to help wisely without sacrificing your own well-being. So, if you've ever felt drained by someone who just doesn't seem to change, or if you've questioned whether your help is actually making a difference, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the hard truths about helping others, and why sometimes the best thing you can do is step back. From a young age, most of us are taught that helping others is always the right thing to do. It's ingrained in our culture, celebrated in stories, and reinforced by phrases like, "be a good person," or "always lend a hand." But what if this belief is incomplete? What if helping indiscriminately, without discernment, can sometimes do more harm than good? Alan Watts once said, "You cannot help someone who is not ready to be helped," and that's where the cracks in this cultural ideal begin to show. Is it truly kindness if your help prevents someone from learning their own lessons? Saying no or setting boundaries often feels like betrayal, doesn't it? Society has conditioned us to believe that refusing to help is selfish, even cruel. But let's flip the script for a moment. Imagine someone constantly rescuing a child who refuses to study for their exams. Sure, they might pass the test with help, but what happens when the real challenges of life come knocking? The same principle applies to adults. Helping others without wisdom can become interference, robbing them of the opportunity to grow through their struggles. Here's the truth. Not every act of help is an act of compassion. Sometimes it's a way of avoiding discomfort, yours or theirs. Think about it. How often do we step in because we can't bear to watch someone struggle? But in doing so, we might be robbing them of the very wisdom they need to gain. This isn't about being cold-hearted. It's about recognizing that true compassion sometimes means stepping back. And that's where the real challenge begins. Learning to discern when to help and when to let go. Life is a masterful teacher, but only if we allow it to be. When we rush to rescue someone from the consequences of their actions, we unintentionally interrupt their learning process. Think of it like a butterfly struggling to break free from its cocoon. If you cut it open to help, the butterfly never develops the strength it needs to fly. Similarly, when we shield people from their own lessons, we rob them of the spiritual growth and wisdom that only struggle can provide. Sometimes, the most compassionate thing you can do is let someone face their own storm. But let's not forget the toll this takes on the helper. Constantly giving your time, energy, and resources to people who don't value it can leave you drained and resentful. Your energy is precious, and it's not infinite. Imagine pouring water into a bucket with holes. It doesn't matter how much you give, it will never be enough. Helping others is noble, but doing so without discernment can turn into self-sacrifice. And let's be honest, how can you truly help anyone if you're running on empty? The key here is wisdom. Helping others should never come at the cost of your own well-being. It's not selfish to protect your energy, it's personal responsibility. Ask yourself, are you helping because it's truly needed, or because you feel obligated? The difference is subtle but profound. And once you start recognizing it, you'll see that not everyone is ready or deserving of your help. This leads us to an even deeper question. Who exactly should we stop helping? First, the chronically lazy. Some people simply refuse to carry their own weight. They're not looking for a hand up, they're looking for a free ride. These are the ones who treat your help like a hammock instead of a ladder. You might think you're being kind, but in reality, you're enabling their inaction. Imagine someone who constantly borrows money, but never takes steps to improve their financial situation. By helping them repeatedly, you're not solving their problem, you're becoming part of it. The hard truth? They need to feel the weight of their own choices to find the motivation to change. Second, the perpetually ungrateful. Have you ever helped someone only to feel like it wasn't enough? That's the hallmark of the perpetually ungrateful. These individuals don't see your kindness as generosity. They see it as something they're entitled to. The more you give, the less they appreciate it. It's like filling a bottomless pit. No matter how much you pour in, it's never enough. Over time, their ingratitude can chip away at your spirit, leaving you questioning your own worth. Helping others is a beautiful thing, but not when it comes at the cost of your peace of mind. These two types of people teach us a crucial lesson. Not everyone is ready to receive help in a way that honors your effort, and the more you give to those who don't value it, the less you have for those who truly need it. But what about the ones who reject your help outright? Not because they don't need it, but because their arrogance blinds them. Third, the arrogant and self-righteous. These individuals believe they have all the answers, even when their lives are falling apart. They don't seek your help out of humility or a desire to grow. They seek validation for their flawed beliefs. Imagine offering advice to someone who dismisses it with a smug, "I already know that." Their arrogance creates a wall that wisdom simply can't penetrate. The truth is, they need to experience the consequences of their choices to learn. Helping them only reinforces their delusion that they're always right. Sometimes, the best way to help is to step back and let life be their teacher. Fourth, the habitually wicked. This category is perhaps the most dangerous. These are people who intentionally harm others, whether through manipulation, deceit, or outright cruelty. By helping them, you risk becoming an accomplice to their harmful actions. Picture someone who uses your kindness as a tool to exploit others, like lending money to someone who uses it to fund destructive habits. Compassion doesn't mean enabling wickedness. Protecting your energy and setting firm boundaries isn't just wise, it's necessary. Remember, your help should never fuel someone else's harm. When dealing with these types, discernment is your greatest ally. Not everyone deserves your time, energy, or resources. But what about those who seem stuck in endless cycles of poor decisions, refusing to learn from their mistakes? Fifth, the incurably foolish. Some people seem destined to repeat the same mistakes over and over again, no matter how much advice or support they receive. These are the ones who ignore wisdom, reject discernment, and dive headfirst into chaos. Imagine someone who constantly gets into toxic relationships, despite countless warnings and red flags. You can offer guidance, but they'll often dismiss it, only to come back when the next crisis hits. The truth is, they won't change until they've faced enough consequences to spark a shift within themselves. Your energy is better spent elsewhere, helping those who are ready to grow. Sixth, the master manipulator. The master manipulator. The person who knows exactly how to pull your heartstrings. They weave emotional stories, play the victim, and make you feel like you're their only hope. But here's the catch. Their goal isn't growth, it's control. They thrive on your kindness, using it as a tool to get what they want, without ever taking responsibility for their actions. And when you finally draw the line, watch out. They'll often retaliate with guilt trips or social sabotage. Protecting your energy from these individuals isn't just wise, it's essential for your own well-being. Recognizing these patterns can be tough, especially when emotions are involved. But understanding who truly values your help versus who exploits it is a game changer. And speaking of those who refuse to change, let's explore the final category, the unrepentant rebel. Seventh, the unrepentant rebel. This is the person who knows what's right, but deliberately chooses to go against it. They aren't ignorant, they're defiant. They'll nod in agreement when you offer advice, only to turn around and do the exact opposite. Imagine someone who constantly sabotages their own progress, not because they don't understand the path forward, but because they refuse to walk it. Helping them often feels like pouring water into a sieve. It's exhausting and futile. True change for the unrepentant rebel can only come from within, and no amount of external help will spark that transformation. These individuals often keep you around, not for guidance, but for convenience. They'll pretend to listen just enough to keep you invested, but their actions reveal their true intentions. It's a cycle that drains your energy and leaves you questioning your own boundaries. The hard truth is, they won't change until they decide to. And sometimes, the most compassionate thing you can do is step away and let them face the consequences of their rebellion. By now, it's clear that helping others requires more than just good intentions, demands wisdom, discernment, and the courage to say no when necessary. But how do you balance compassion with self-protection? That's where the concept of selective help comes into play. Helping others is a beautiful act, but it's not always the right one. True wisdom lies in knowing when to step in and when to step back. Not everyone deserves your help, and that's not cruelty. It's discernment. Imagine trying to water a plant in dry, cracked soil. No matter how much water you pour, it won't grow until the soil is ready to receive it. The same applies to people. Selective help means focusing your energy on those who are willing to grow, rather than wasting it on those stuck in destructive cycles. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect and personal responsibility. When you give indiscriminately, you risk depleting your own energy, leaving nothing for yourself or those who truly need you. Think of your energy as a bank account. Would you hand out money to someone who keeps squandering it, or would you invest in someone who uses it wisely? Selective help is about making those investments wisely, ensuring that your efforts lead to meaningful growth for both you and the person you're helping. The key is to differentiate between those who are ready to change and those who are not. Ask yourself, is this person genuinely seeking growth, or are they looking for a crutch? Helping someone who's ready can create a ripple effect of positive change. But helping someone who isn't can leave you drained and disillusioned. And, as we'll see next, sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is let people learn through their own struggles. Pain and struggle are some of life's greatest teachers, even though they're often uncomfortable to witness. When you step in to shield someone from their consequences, you're not sparing them pain, you're sparing them growth. Think of a child learning to ride a bike. If you never let go of the handlebars, they'll never learn balance. The same principle applies to adults. Allowing people to face their own challenges is an act of compassion, not cruelty. It's through these struggles that they gain wisdom, resilience, and the ability to navigate life independently. Helping the wrong people doesn't just drain your energy, it also wastes your efforts. Imagine planting seeds in barren soil. No matter how much you water them, they won't sprout. But when you plant in fertile ground, the results are transformative. The same goes for helping others. When you invest your time and energy in someone who's ready to grow, the impact is profound. For both of you, but when you help someone who resists change, it's like pouring water into a bucket with holes. The effort is exhausting, and the results are non-existent. The truth is, not everyone will appreciate or even benefit from your help, and that's okay. Letting people learn from their own experiences doesn't make you heartless. It makes you wise. It's about recognizing that growth often comes from discomfort, not rescue. So, how do you decide who to help and who to let go? The answer lies in asking yourself the right questions. Sometimes the hardest part of helping others is knowing when to stop. It's easy to get caught up in the cycle of rescuing, especially when you care deeply about someone. But here's the real question. Are you helping them, or are you holding them back? Take a moment to reflect. Who in your life are you constantly saving, only to see them repeat the same mistakes? True compassion isn't about endless rescue missions. It's about empowering others to take responsibility for their own lives. Ask yourself, who am I helping that I should let go of? This isn't about abandoning people, it's about giving them the space to grow. Think of it like pruning a tree. Cutting away dead branches isn't cruelty. It's necessary for the tree to thrive. The same applies to relationships. Sometimes, stepping back is the most loving thing you can do. It allows the other person to face their own lessons and, in turn, grow stronger. And in the process, you free up your energy to focus on people and projects that truly matter. So, who are you rescuing that needs to fall? Who are you enabling in a way that prevents them from learning? These aren't easy questions, but they're essential for your growth and theirs. The answers may surprise you, but they'll also set you free. And as you reflect on these questions, remember, the most meaningful help often comes with boundaries. Now, let's tie everything together with a broader perspective on how to apply this wisdom in your life. Now that you've learned about the 7 types of toxic people you should stop helping, it's time to reflect. Are you pouring your energy into someone who refuses to change? Are you rescuing people who need to face their own lessons? These are tough questions, but they're necessary if you want to protect your peace and truly grow. Remember, real compassion isn't about enabling, it's about empowering. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is let someone face the consequences of their own choices. So, here's your challenge. Take a hard look at your relationships. Who in your life is draining your energy without making any effort to grow? Who are you helping out of obligation, rather than because it's truly making a difference? It's time to set boundaries and reclaim your energy. You deserve to invest your time in people and situations that uplift you, not those that drag you down. And trust me, when you start protecting your energy, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more in control of your life. If this video resonated with you, don't keep this wisdom to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another powerful lesson on personal growth and mental clarity. Together, we can create a life filled with wisdom, compassion, and the strength to say no when it matters most. Let's keep growing, one step at a time.